Hey, Sports Inquirer here with Coach Pastner from Georgia Tech basketball. Team is off to a 2-0 start. Just overall impressions of how the team is looking overall.
Yeah, well, hey, it's better to be 2-0 than the alternative. Listen, this is a rebuild. We're starting from ground zero. It's a startup company. Every publication has us pick last place. So this is a year just about building a foundation. You're trying to build for the long term. And our team is a team with no error. Our margin of error is none. So if we have an off night, it could be disastrous for us. That's why we've got to be really good every time we step on the floor and be really sound and fundamental at the things that we do.
You talk about those expectations from the outside. Does that affect your preparations at all? Does that give you any leeway, or does that just have any impact on how you guys approach the game?
No, I mean, listen, we're going to try to fight and scrap and kick and claw to try to win every game that we play. The outside expectations there are none. People think, I've had many people say we're not going to win a game in the entire ACC play. So there are zero expectations. So we just want to continue to undersell and try to overperform. Just try to move up the ladder. We're really, more than anything, this is just a process for us, and just keep getting better game to game. Clean up the areas that we need to clean up on. I've told everybody that we need to be judged on this year. Do we get better from day one to the final day? Maybe the scoreboard for this year isn't a real determining factor on our team, but are we getting better as the season progresses?
Just talking to Tadrick earlier about the fast pace. We all know that your system like to move fast. He's had a strong performance, a strong start to the year. Let's talk about him and your guards and implementing your offensive and defensive sets as well, just from the perimeter.
I believe in pace. I believe in energy. I believe in having a motor, having pep in your step, and that's how I want us to play. And I felt we've improved. We're getting better on the way we're cutting, but our pace has got to be, for us to be a good team, we got to have great pace. That doesn't mean we take bad shots, because shot selection is so important, but it just means the pace of play and how we cut. And got to be hard at everything that we do. We got to have great pace at everything we do. We got to have great energy. We got to have a great motor. All those things are important to me, and I think it's a direct correlation to success, especially when we count like 50-50 balls. Are you coming up with those and different things like that?
And how do you implement that? Is that something you just, from your first meeting with the guys, and is that affect?
From the very first day that I got the job, when I was on the court here or talking to them, that was talked about from the beginning on what our standards would be regarding the pace. And then we had to back it up on how we practiced as well, too. Everything we did, weight room, what we did in the weight room, how we transitioned from the weight room to the court, in between drills, all those type of things.
And how helpful is it to have a guy like Ben Lammers, a post guy, to lead that unit, and just you have a guy of that potential skill set already here for you? Just how's that helped the process?
Ben's been good. We've continued to try to get him better. I mean, he's a good player. He's got to continue to get better and improve, but he's got a lot of upside, and proud of his performance at this point.
Yeah, and now you have Ohio coming up. Another home game, another non-conference contest. What would you like to see from the guys? Obviously, you want to win every single game, but just what are some 1 or 2 or 3 checkpoints that you want to see from these guys at this point in the year?
They're good. Ohio's really good. They're well coached. They've got a lot of good players. Their point guard, led the nation in assists last year. They're big as returning player of the year in their league. They can shoot the ball. This is a great challenge and test for us. So we're going to play really great if we want to have an opportunity to win the game.